Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you don't mind, there's something simple you can do, that is subscribe. Well, it's 2:30 a.m. Monday morning, and I just had my coffee, and guys, if you come to the Philippines, I advise you get a health check. And if you got a condition that requires a lot of medical, don't come here. And also, if you don't have health insurance, now even though if you do have health insurance, you're going to have issues. Because most hospitals will not accept outside health insurance. You have to file the claims and get your money. You have to pay up front. And they will hold you hostage, especially in the private hospitals. And they have a tendency to put us foreigners in private rooms because they think we can afford anything. The reason I'm saying that, I had another friend yesterday. His girlfriend, long-time girlfriend, and live-in partner, messaged my wife. They needed 50,000 pesos to get him into intensive care. And they already spent 150,000 pesos, which I suspect was his total monthly income. I don't know for sure, even though we've had several conversations. This guy here was the my Sunday morning conversationist. And we've been doing that for, I guess, for the past couple of years. There at La Playa Beach, where I was at yesterday, if you watched the previous video. He usually came out there around 5 a.m. on his little electric track. And he'd sit there and we'd have general conversations. And he was from Norway. Now, I'm not talking about Marky. Marky's home. I don't know his condition yet. I did message him, but he's not replied. More likely, he can't afford internet right now, so I just have to wait and maybe pay him a visit here the next week or so, whatever. But anyway, let's get back to my other friend. And his girlfriend had actually posted a couple of pictures. That's how my wife recognized him and brought it to my attention. Oh, he don't have Facebook. And because he's one of those that's afraid anybody know anything about him, I guess, whatever. I don't know. With our conversations, he's one of those guys that believe there are a lot of conspiracies. You know. But it was entertaining. I enjoyed talking with him, Well, I got ready to lay down, and the wife informed me that he passed away. I expect probably today, this girlfriend will probably send Grace messages trying to come up with enough money to get his body out of the hospital. Well, unfortunately, for we help Marky, we can't help him. I mean, we're tapped out. I'll just be honest with you, we're just tapped out. Now, this guy's a couple years younger than me, by the way. That brings another thing to my attention. You know, I've seen numerous reports where they say its average lifespan is getting around 79 years. By golly, I've not seen it. I'm sorry, but I watch my local obituaries and the people I know here. It's rare to see someone hit 79. I do know some people that have, but not on the average that they claim. No. But that's my personal opinion, by the way. It's just what I observe. Hopefully I can make that average. Anyway, I feel sorry for this girlfriend, this living partner, because now she's left with a burden. And, the sad part about this, when he was living, he was in the hospital back before Christmas, and which was in Armageddon. And he had the funds to pay for everything. I forgot exactly how much he told me. But anyway, through his health insurance that he had, he got the reimbursements and everything. So that was all good. A sizable amount of money, by the way. And now, he's not living to make those claims. And since he's not married, I'm sure his wife won't have any legal way of, his not his wife, his living partner, since he's not married, doesn't have a legal way of actually filing claims to get monies to pay for his bills. And from my knowledge, I don't think he had any close family members from our conversations. And folks, if you're going to come here, try your best to get prepared and do the right thing. Especially if you're going to have a live-in partner, girlfriend, whatever, wife. Do everything you can so that when you no longer exist, they have something. Because, if you get a hold of the right one, they're 100% dedicated to you. And they'll do everything they can to make you comfortable and happy. And that's not always the case, but from my perspective, of being here as long as I have, it's a pretty good average. It's above average of happening. Now, you hear the horror stories. It happens. But in most cases, they are 100% dedicated. So, hopefully, I managed to live long enough to get a few projects done that I want to, which will help secure grace. Again, unfortunately, we're tapped out this month, but we're okay. I mean, we're not going to go hungry. We do take care of ourselves first. Make sure we have enough resources to carry us on to the next round. But that's okay. So if you plan on coming here, try to do your best to make some preparations and make sure you're okay. And when you get here, don't go crazy. I've seen that happen too. I'm going back on memory when I was first here. And what brings it to my attention, it came up on one of my Facebook's memories. just a couple of days ago was the anniversary, or well, not an anniversary, but it was 12 years ago that I lost another friend, and he was young. And his problem was he just partied. He just plain just a party addict and just overdid it, plain and simple. I even tried to talk to him at the time, to back off and live life a little bit. But he didn't listen, and he left his. He was married, and left his wife in a terrible mess. And his family didn't want to go to the expense of having him transported back to the States, and they didn't want to help put him away. And it was a terrible mess. And I felt so sorry for his wife. But nothing I could do at the time, because at that time Grace and I were struggling, making preparations for our future, and we were really struggling. And that was a sad situation. He was only, I think, if I remember correctly, 47. Like I said, he was young. And well, his little wife was lucky now. She's now doing very well, and she's living in another country, and she actually has a very good husband. So it turned out pretty good for her, but it took a while. Talking about taking a while, that girl struggled. She actually ended up with another boyfriend that came here to the Philippines. Good guy and everything. And they took a little trip to Boho. After about 3 days in Boho, this guy turns up dead and left them stranded in Boho, and it was another mess. They didn't have money to come home with, back to Cebu. And his son came and just kind of curled his nose up at her, and I think he actually had his dad's body transported back to the States. But he treated the young lady very rudely. So, and that's sad, really it is. Folks, think it out, plan, and the big thing is, look in the mirror, smile, and say you're going to have a better life. I do. Anyway, don't mind. It's simple to do. Subscribe. Thank you.